Now let's learn about the sutures which we are able to appreciate in Norma Frontalis. The first one being the frontonasal suture. This is the frontonasal suture present between the frontal and the nasal bone. The second we have is the internasal suture between the right and the left nasal bone. The third one being the nasomaxillary suture, which is present between the nasal bone and the maxillary bone. The fourth one being the lacrimomaxillary suture, which is present between the lacrimal bone and the maxillary bone. So we have lacrimomaxillary suture. The next one being the frontomaxillary suture, which is present between the frontal bone and the maxillary bone. So this is the frontomaxillary suture. After that, we have is intermaxillary suture, which is present between the right and the left maxillary bone. Then we have is the zygomatico-maxillary suture, which is present between the zygomatic bone and the maxillary bone. So this is the zygomatico-maxillary suture. And the last one being the zygomatico-facial suture, which is present between the facial bone and the zygomatic bone. So this is the zygomatico-facial suture, which is present between the frontal and the zygomatic bone. So now let's learn the attachments on the Norma Frontalis. So we have 10 important attachments. The first one being the corrugator supercilii muscle. So the corrugator supercilii muscle arises from the medial part of the superciliary arch. So from this region, corrugator supercilii muscle arises. The next muscle which we have is the procerus. So the procerus arises from the nasal bone, and in the medial area, the muscle which arises is the procerus muscle. Then we have is the orbicularis oculi muscle. Orbicularis because it encircles, and oculi because it encircles the eye opening of the eye. So that's why this is called as orbicularis oculi. So orbicularis oculi have origin from frontal part of the maxillary bone. So this is the frontal part of the maxillary bone. Along with that, it have origin from the maxillary part of the frontal bone. So from these regions, orbicularis oculi muscle arises. The next is the medial palpebral ligament. The medial palpebral ligament arises from the frontal process of maxilla. So from this process, this is the frontal process of maxilla. So this is the frontal process of maxilla. From this, medial palpebral ligament arises. The next muscle which we have is the levator labii superioris aliquinesi. So it also arises from the frontal process of maxilla. From the same location, just in front of the orbicularis oculi origin, this muscle arises. The next muscle which we have is the levator labii muscle. Levator labii muscle arises from this region, that is in between the infraorbital margin and infraorbital foramen. So it arises from here and it pulls the lip upwards. That's why it is also called as levator, because it elevates, and labii for the lips. So levator labii muscle. The next muscle which we have is the levator anguli oris muscle. So levator anguli oris muscle elevates the lip upward and sideward. So the muscle arises from the canine fossa. We have is the incisor tooth. Then the canine, after that we have is the canine fossa. From here arises the levator anguli oris muscle. After that we have nasalis muscle and the depressor septi muscle. So these muscles arises from the nasal notch. The next one which we have is the incisivus. So it arises just below the origin of the levator anguli from the notch. So below it arises the incisivus muscle. The next one we have is the zygomaticus muscle. So we have zygomaticus minor and zygomaticus major. So these muscles arises from the zygomatic bone. The zygomaticus minor muscle arises somewhat medial to, and zygomaticus major arises somewhat lateral. The minor muscle. So zygomaticus minor arises from this surface medial to the zygomatic-facial foramen and lateral to the zygomaticus minor muscle. From this region we have origin of zygomaticus major muscle. The last muscle which we have is the buccinator muscle. So the buccinator muscle arises from the pterygomandibular raphe, which is present behind the molar tooth from the maxilla as well as from the mandible. So we have corrugator, Now, let's learn about the foramens which we are able to appreciate on Norma Frontalis. The first one being the supraorbital foramen. So, the supraorbital foramen transmits the supraorbital nerves and vessels. The next foramen which we have is the infraorbital foramen, and the infraorbital foramen transmits the infraorbital nerves and vessels. The third one which we have is the mental foramen. So the mental foramen transmits the mental nerves and vessels. After that we have zygomatico-facial foramen. So we have zygomatico-facial foramen which transmits the zygomatico-facial nerve. After all these, we have external nasal nerve which emerges in between the nasal bone and the nasal cartilage and supplies the external surface of nose.